nativity scene angel figurine. And I mean, take your breath away. 9 inches high, 5 inches long, 5 inches wide, sale priced. 6 easy payments of $7.57. First day ever on 6 easy payments plus free shipping and handling. I love the way she cocooned herself in the wings.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite pieces, actually. I got this idea, about thinking about how the angel in the story, the Holy Family story, the part that the angel plays, and you don't think about that too much, it's the heavenly host and the trumpets and all that sort of thing. But there's a milder side to that, it's sort of a caressing, where they basically hold the Holy Family in their hands. And I got to thinking about that, and I thought, I'm going to do something, or try to, that'll sort of, have that kind of feeling. So I thought, okay, I'm going to wrap them in the love of this angel, and what better way to do than to just take the wings and wrap the wings around it, So, and I paid special attention even to the interior of the wings, so that if you peek through there, you can see the the detailing that's in there, and I think that's a kind of a nice touch,
Oh, that's beautiful.
But you have the Holy Family in this very simplistic way. They're dressed in their whites, and they're simple people that have a moment here that changed the world, and it's just such a fascinating. The whole thing is, and I tried it, and with the face of the angel, to try to have that same type of reverence, but then there's a certain strength to it too that I wanted to bring to it.
Wow.
And then around to even the back, so I've got some of the various design elements and so forth. So it's as a piece, it's one of those pieces that I do sometimes that I get sort of I want to express my spirituality, I guess you might say, and sort of the way way we live our lives and the way we think, and the stuff that's important to us. And during Christmas we have a ball with Santa and the trees and the gifts, and the kids all come together and all that stuff. But the real meaning of it is something that we never lose sight of. And so I always love to take the time to do something like this. And angels, people ask me, what's your favorite thing to do? That's a hard thing to answer because I do so much.
Yeah.
And whenever I'm doing something, I'm thinking, wow, I love doing this. But overall, I love the subject of angels, and I always have something going on in the studio at any given time of angels or groupings of angels, because I think it's a lovely way to tell a story, to have as a backdrop for storytelling. And this is one of my favorite pieces that I have actually accomplished exactly what I set out to, artistically, and also sort of, with an expression of my passion, for what I do. So I like this piece, and I think people that if they,
I love it.
see fit to acquire it, they'll love it too.
Yeah, that is absolutely beautiful, and that's something I've never really seen before. And after you explained it to me, what you're kind of putting across there, it makes so much sense, and I can see every bit of it. That is gorgeous. There's the Holy Family, and I do love to have pieces like this out just to reground myself, because let's face it, I'll be honest, I get carried away with the lights and the Santas and that kind of stuff.
I think we all do.
Yeah, so it's nice to have those little reminders of, okay, that's really good, but let's not forget. Like,
Well, and this is something too that it's not exactly a full nativity, but it tells us, it's got the heart of the story in it. So if you want to give something even to your children, to put in their apartment or put in their dorm room or whatever, so it tells a story without taking up a whole lot of space, and I think it does it in a pretty beautiful way.
Wow.
It's covered with design work all over the place, but yet it maintains a simplicity that I think is just right. Even the design that I put on the back here is a simple, inscribing this pattern, so it doesn't jump out at you. It hasn't got a lot of heavy texture. It hasn't got a lot of contrast and everything. It's just simply a design that creates something that's you know, that's an interesting pattern. And once again, it's one of those alternating patterns that's interesting to look at, clear from the pinwheel in the center out.
How long does it take you to do something like this, like to create it from start to finish? Like, how long does it take you?
Well, that's a hard thing to answer because I usually do it in groupings. And I also like to keep myself fresh on any design that I'm working on. So I will alternate between things so that I don't get, you know, not exactly lax, but I mean, I don't relax in this thing. I stay really focused and tight, you know, the whole time.
Do you ever rush to finish? Like when I'm doing something, and I don't do anything like this, but when I'm doing a project or whatever, I get so excited to see it done, and I won't stop until it's done. Do you take breaks? Do you come back to things, or do you keep going and going? And you find yourself trying to hold the horses.
I stay pretty busy.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't like to rest and do nothing. I resent sleep. You know. So
You resent sleep.
It's a big waste of time. But
Oh my goodness.
a lot of times if I take a break, my idea of sort of taking a break is working on something different. You know. So I work on
But
something.
you get driven to stay on one piece because you want to get her done.
The one thing that I've learned, you know, through experience is that there is a sequence of events that I can't break. And I'm sometimes tempted, you know, to like start the first chapter and then go to the end of the book.
Oh.
So I resist that, you know, so that everything is done, you know, in proper order and so forth.
Right,
you know,
right.
so I have a sort of a way of approaching a project like
Okay,
this.
okay.
I know the steps that I need to take. I work through it rapidly because I have a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah.
But I'm always delighted when it comes out at the final end of the day, just exactly the way I imagined it, because that's, you know, that's the most, you know, rewarding thing
Yeah.
for me.
That's a discipline, I'll tell you what. That's something I have to learn. Okay, J21, because I'm always going to the
Like I
back.
said, I
that
need to
last
stick
chapter.
around
Yeah,
here a
you
little
do.
longer.
I need
have an
help. I
influence
need
on
help.
you.
Yeah. We won't.